Hi guys, this is gsmdom.com and I'm here with the iPhone 5 and its well-known Apple Maps that will be available right now. And I'm here to perform an interesting comparison of Apple Maps with Google Maps. Everyone has been criticizing Apple Maps, but now I'm going to figure everything out by revealing what it's all about. So let me just start by first doing a comparison of my very own location. So here's my location right now. I'm going to zoom into this level right here, and now I'm going to find my location on the Sony Xperia Tablet S. It has found my location like this, and now I'm going to compare the two in their apparent 3D view. So let's turn it to landscape to get a better view. So as you can see, once you select the 3D mode, buildings will be curved like this, as if they were on top of hills. Since after all you selected 3D mode, and they might as well be on hills, but I've been living here for years and there aren't any hills. That's why we should select 2D mode. It looks like this. Still, some of the buildings are still curved, and that's a bit of an issue. Meanwhile, everything is pretty normal on Google Maps. Straight buildings, good graphics, detailed view, although it's not updated. Here we have actually a huge store, a huge convenience store, while here it's actually built. There is still in a project phase, and here it's actually built. So since this is a more recent mapping, it shows the building in its final phase, while that one is still as a project. Another thing that I noticed instantly was that the iPhone 5 seems to lack some locations. I'm going to show you that immediately. So if you go to this place right here, let's search it. It's in Romania, and we can see it right here on the map. However, if you look nearby, you see a black and white area, a mystery area. I've seen several users from all over the world complaining that such black, white or gray areas exist. It's quite a big area. If you get to see it, it's a big band, vertical one, of untracked territory, if I may say so. And it's not a single area with this problem. There are many other areas that have been untracked. There are cities missing, monuments missing, and let's search for the same place on Google Maps and you'll see that there is no gray area. Here we are, same place, but no gray area in this zone. So Apple Maps is not that perfect. I have to admit that there is one feature that I like about it, that flyover thing with 3D graphics. I'm searching for London Eye right now. I'm in London, and if we select the 3D flyover mode, the monuments look simply stunning. So these are some of the monuments that you can see. This is the Millennium Wheel, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful constructions nearby, monuments, modern buildings, bridges, the Thames. And that's one thing that Apple actually did right. And you can actually zoom in and see a lot of nice details of the buildings. Here's a crane, here's a bus. So when it comes to flyover and touristic details and other stuff like that, they really detailed everything. So this is the wheel that everyone wants to go to. Some of the buildings in London. Too bad that the maps keep getting these artifacts as it loads. Other than that, it's actually a pretty good mapping system, aside from the lacking areas and the lack of transit features. On Google Maps you can see bus lines, train lines and other stuff like that, while on this Apple Maps solution, well, you can't see those yet. Apple Maps has promised an update and they'll be back with it later on. Other things I must say about this device, the iPhone 5, I've been testing it for about a day, and this is a preview from gsmdom.com, not a review. So let me just enter gsmdom.com, see how the site loads. Here we are. We're on Wi-Fi right now. It loaded pretty fast. Safari actually gets a good score in browser mark. This is our website, smooth scrolling. And it's very easy to read the text even if you don't zoom in too much. So here's the site like this, and we only do a small zoom and we can already read the news thanks to the 4-inch screen with a resolution of 640 over 1136 pixels. very good aspect ratio, 16:9. They finally moved to widescreen on the iPhone 5. And we also got a new feature in this new version of Safari. It's called Add to Reading List. And turns out you can also use that reading list to read sites offline. So if you're offline, if you want to read a site, you simply save it for offline reading. This is the phone call area. This is the UI that you'll use to call people. What else can I say? You also get the new passbook, a new feature in iOS 6. It allows you to collect boarding passes, tickets, store cards, coupons, all in a single place and in a single app. Siri also evolved. It can now show more detailed sports results. You'll see that in a minute. Premier League. Didn't quite get this. The problem I have with Siri is that it's not as good as Google now, that's certain. Just look at the problem with the speed. It's still thinking, guessing, analyzing, sending to servers. Well, that's pretty bad if you ask me. So let's stop it. Now let's try something else. Restaurants in my area.
Sorry, Alexandru, I can't look for restaurants in Romania.
So as you can see, not all the countries are listed as the results findable by Siri. Now let's try something that it can do. NFL.
The Browns were downed by the Ravens today. The final score was 23-16.
Post to Twitter. Have a nice day.
Okay, y'all have a nice day now. I always wanted to say that.
Let's try again. Post to Twitter. Have a nice day. You can also post to Facebook. And you can also set reminders.
Here's your tweet. Ready to send it?
So it entered my tweet. Have a nice day. No thanks.
Okay, I won't send it.
Apparently Siri sometimes goes wrong. Take a picture. And we're already in camera mode. Speaking of the camera, it's actually a pretty good camera. The 8 megapixel sensor and its lens is protected by a sapphire glass protection. It's got an LED flash, and the options include HDR and a panorama mode that gives you 28 megapixel panoramas. And this is actually a picture I took last night of the new Borderlands game cover, and as you can see, it's colorful. It's taken at night with the flash, and the details are very good. It's a very crisp image, so it takes decent pictures with the camera. Back to Siri. Remind me.
Okay, just tell me what you want to be reminded about.
Meeting October 2nd, 6 p.m.
Okay, I'll remind you to meeting October 2nd, 6 p.m. When would you like to be reminded?
October 2nd.
Here's your reminder for Tuesday at 9 a.m.
So you can set a
Shall I
reminder
create
like
it?
that. You can cancel it,
Okay,
and as
I
I
won't
said, you can
remind you.
post to Facebook. Here's the notification bar. It includes the Facebook calendar, the weather. You can tap to tweet fast, or you can also tap to post on Facebook, and you can also see the Yahoo stock quotations. And let's see what else we can see. We got a calendar right here that includes a lot of Facebook events. Speaking of Facebook, you can simply go to the photo gallery and share to Twitter, to Facebook, email, message, print, copy, or use as wallpaper. Let's see what else we have. We have the reminders right here. We already saw that with the aid of Siri. Here's the settings area with the do not disturb feature, another famous aspect. Also, you should know that the phone is now 112 grams. It's very light. It's 20% lighter than the iPhone 4S. It's got an aluminum back right here. It has a glass front, and people have been experiencing some scuff damage on the sides of the black iPhone 5, while the white one has been bleeding light at the top. This unit hasn't had that problem. And here's Facebook. This is how you can see Facebook on your iPhone in its latest version. It's certainly better than the latest Android update for Facebook. This is the main menu area with the news feed, messages, nearby, friends, events. Of course, there's also Twitter. What bothered me is that not only you don't get Apple Map or Google Maps on this device, you also don't get YouTube. So you actually have to go to the App Store and download YouTube for yourself. Here's the new YouTube for iOS. It looks just like the one on Android, and I'm going to look for a song so you can get an idea of what the speakers on the device can do. I'm gonna play this song that has been a lot overplayed over the past days. Turning up the volume. And trying some landscape. And this is the speaker part. I have to notice one thing. Although the volume is very good and the bass is very good, the back of the phone and its lower area vibrate very much when the volume is at its peak. Meanwhile, as far as the earphones are concerned, I'm very happy with them, very pleased. They have excellent volume, excellent bass, and they're very, very, very loud. Actually, you won't hear anything from the outside. So they're both loud and they both won't disturb your ear. You know, after listening to a normal headphone for a while, your ear hurts. When using the earpods, it won't. So they actually designed some very good headphones this time. Obviously, we've got the App Store covered right here with a bunch of very good games and apps. Not sure if the interface of the App Store changed, but it's easier to find items right now. It's actually an improvement. It's not to the level of the Google Play Store that I find to be very intuitive, but it's still a pretty easy to use service. You also got the iBooks area right here, and that's about everything I can show you on the device. Obviously, we got multitasking in this mode. You can close apps with this little red thingy near them, and that's about all I can say about the iPhone 5 in this preview. First impression is good. The only defects are the problem with the Apple Maps and the vibration at the back when you listen to music. Very good audio volume, very good device brightness. The battery is handling it pretty well right now. I only lost 40% after a couple of hours of playing, a bit yesterday and a bit today, but we'll have to evaluate the device further and come back to you with some conclusions. So this is gsnunknown.com. This was a short preview of the iPhone 5, of its audio capabilities, maps capabilities, and Siri. We'll be back with more in a couple of days. Bye bye.